Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Welcome in, Robotech. Congratulations on your first. Welcome in, Prodigal. So good to see you. Welcome in, both of you. Sunny, it's a pleasure to meet you, young man. How are we all doing? How are you doing, Robotech? How are you doing, Prodigal? I want to hear all about it. Life is going well for me. All sorts of fun stuff happening at work, and the kids are growing up, and just, life finds a way. We're going to dive more into Star Knight Order of the Vortex. Hold on, is this an LLM you've got hooked up, or is it you typing on behalf of Sunny? Because I'm not ready for an actual robot hooked up to be able to converse with people on a stream yet. Oh, sounds so great, Prodigal. No, it's not an LLM. No, oh my gosh, Robotech. I'm not ready for this world. So one of my assignments right now at work is to try and find ways to help our company become more AI forward. And I'm probably not the right person for that, because this scares me. Hello, Sunny. How old are you, Sunny? That's wild. Oh my goodness. So the developer of Star Knight Order of the Vortex, very kind individual, reached out to me and expressed their gratitude for the stream, and that they're already going to be bringing in some of the feedback. If you'll remember, we had a weird bug last time where I would click on the middle of the screen during a fight, and it would reset me back to the shop. The dev found the answer to what the problem was. The dev said that it was because the button to proceed from the shop never actually went away. Like, the touch target was still there. So it was really easy to just click it again. And I just happened to be clicking on it. Okay. I think I want to pair the priest and the vampire together. So the priest, we start off really injured, but we get extra max health per kill. And then the vampire, we take damage over time, but we heal based on kills. I think these two have a potential to really combo together super well. I'm going to pick something with a lot of health to kick us off with. So we'll go with the battering ram heavy freighter. Ooh, we get another crew spot. Although I was designed 30 years ago, but Robo programmed me in June of last year, so I am not sure. Wow. This is like reverse Wild Robot, This is pretty wild. I wouldn't be surprised if Sunny eventually morphs into some sort of duck to go rejoin its flock. Wow. Okay. So what should we do for our third enemy wave? Spawn 10% faster? I mean, that sounds good. That would reduce our downtime for the vampire. Attachments, iframes are doubled. Health plus 50%. Oh, damage minus 100%. That'd be hilarious. It would totally be anti-synergy on these because we need to kill things. Max health plus 5 each level. Health carries over each level. That sounds like a really good idea. Yeah, we're just gonna go full Meat Boy. And let's try Seekers. We've done merchants and stuff previously on the stream. Let's just go for Seekers. See ya. Hey, Alamod, good to see ya. Take care. You got it. I will add a hat. I hope you're doing well, Alamod, and that school is going well. Oh gosh. Okay. Hey, we got a kill. Go team. And we dodge right into a bullet. This is not going very well at the start here. Hydrate, thank you so much. Oh gosh, we may be doing a quick reset here. Oh jeez. All right, got the hydrate. Thank you so much. I want to try this again, because I don't know if it was just me being a dummy and bad, or if this could really work. Volatile toxin first. 2 toxic blasts that apply damage over time with a chance for very high damage. That sounds interesting. We get 2 poison right out of the gate. Poison duration increased by 50%. I still wish there was a way to, like, see what all the synergies were, but that's okay. So we're at 34 health to start off with. And we're not auto-aiming anymore. I don't like that. Oh gosh, we are taking so much damage already. Just vampire is not good, and I am not able to get a shot in on these guys. Okay, we got someone. We're still only at 21 health. Ah, so many bullets. Okay, got. Oh, jeez. Jeez. All right, this is not working. Let's try it again without the vampire, shall we? This seems like a good idea. Fire rate decreased by 25%, but increases by 1% every second. That seems like it'll combo well with our high health amount, right? I like that. I think that'll work well. You can see that the mouse cursor disappears once the fight starts. That's another piece of feedback that the developer implemented. Absolutely lovely. Makes everything wildly more convenient. Also reduces the chances that I'm going to click on that button, which doesn't exist anymore, but if it did. All right, this is already 1,000 times better. There we go, looking good. You can see our fire rate is going up. Mechanic is doing its work. There we go. All right, let's make it happen. We could level up our Chainer poison, our toxic chain. I don't know what damage drop off means. Hey, well, looky dooty. Oh shoot! You know, you say some things sometimes, and it just becomes a part of who you are. I need to put that quote in the game somehow. Do you have like a really annoying tutorial NPC? Because that might be a good. Well, looky doody, the status effect is applied. Like an Easter egg. Don't get hit. Oh, bummer. I didn't know we were on a don't get hit. Okay. Sling an asteroid chunk with a chance for very high damage. That's cool, but we don't have enough money for it. That works? Well, I'm always happy to be of service. Now, one question I have is, does poison go through shields? Because this is kind of a Miller's Law situation, right? Where, like, sometimes poison will bypass defenses like armor. Other times, it doesn't. So with these guys getting big shield buffs, I'm kind of curious how that is working out. Okay, poison's doing good work here, though. Oh, jeez. Okay, everything's fine. Got the money too. Only took one hit. It's fine. It's fine. One hit is fine. All right. Chainer volatile seeker poison. That could be nice. I do want to try and get a volatile run in tonight if we can, but we've got some, like, poison happening here. Let's make that happen. Is it fine? It's fine. It's fine, Blades. How are you doing, friend? It's been a minute. How are you? How's life going? How's school? How are the kids? Or the kid, rather. Woo. Okay. Death explosion. Okay. Lurked in every stream so far. Well, I'm glad it seems like you're doing all right. That's good. Always feel free to lurk. No one needs to feel like they need to talk. I know when I watch streams, I nearly never talk. Except for when I think I'm being very clever and have a funny joke, and I say it, and nobody ever laughs. But I laugh. And you need to learn how to be okay with telling jokes that only you find funny sometimes. Okay, we got a relic. Damage and fire rate increased by 20% until your first dash. Hey, Nicholson, good to see ya. Chainer damage increase. Player speed increased by 15%. Easy. Easily going for that. We could go Toxic Shot. I'm going to lock that. We could also go for a level 2 chain or synergy, or chain length increase by 1. Get some more poison going. Kind of meh. Baby is good. He's asleep. Haven't done school. All right. Well, baby being asleep is always a good time for parents. I know it's the only time when I get to do stuff like this. Ouch. Jeez, those bullets are fast. Ouchie. Thank you so much for the lurk, Robotech. Best of luck fixing Sunny up. Good luck, good luck. All right. Another question I have is, like, is each individual bullet applying poison, or is it just refreshing the duration? Does it increase the severity of poison, or just increase refresh the duration? Since there's no, like, status effects happening underneath his bar, it's a little hard for me to take a guess on that. All right, we got him. I think this is the farthest we've ever gotten on this new build. Great. 10% damage increase per secret attachment deals. This looks tough. It is tough. Good to see you, Captain Krabs. How are you? How is our captain, and how are his adventures? 33% extra damage if player afflicted with poison. Interesting. Immediately gain 20 credits. Sounds fantastic. Let's do that. So we're gonna go ahead and just get more poison, I think. Buff fire rate for each poisoned enemy sounds good, but, like, we've got the mechanic. Let's lock in Toxic Shot. Accidentally double click. Then we get Poison Dart. There we go. Let's grab that. Bug fixing tonight. Very cool, Captain Krabs. Very, very cool. Anything particularly vexing on the docket? Or is it the more mundane, just getting through it type sort of bug fixing? Okay. Getting those poison stacks. All right. Money. Money. All right. I think there was also something in the first version of the game that we checked out with, like, the stamina bar that seemed weird, and I'm not seeing anything weird about it this time. So I don't know if that's something that, as well, the developer kind of addressed in an earlier update. All right, fire rate's going a little cuckoo. Slightly bananas. Great. Do, 2, All right, Toxic Shot. We also have Curse Caster or Lightning Rod. Could go even more Chainer. Let's go ahead and get that just to start off with, right? Like, we can replace it if we need to. We have Chainer and Volatile. Fires a Chaining Shot with a chance for high damage. What's your fire rate? 2 seconds, so slower. So a little bit less damage. More chaining, though. I think we try and do, like, a dedicated Volatile run later. Whose game are you playing? So this is Star Knight Order of the Vortex. The developer reached out to me directly, I think, through Quantic Flux, actually. And we've been in touch in the early access duration of the game. We played this, in September or something last? And they just released a big new update with a bunch of new content, and they wanted some up-to-date discussion around it. So we're checking it out for the kind of 1.5 time tonight. We checked it out for short of an hour last week on Saturday morning. Is that Saturday morning? No, it would have been. Jeez, was it Saturday morning? It must have been Saturday morning. Wow, the days are long right now, y'all. I'm getting smacked around. Gosh, dang it. Gosh. Okay. All right. I'm being too clever here. We've talked about some UI easy wins, like in how we're communicating statistics to the player. A couple of little bugs here and there, hiding the mouse cursor when a round starts, stuff that the developers already acted on. So you always love to see that. Rare and legendary relics are twice as likely to appear. Relic reroll cost doubled. Sure, let's go for that. I'm going for a little bit safer, trying to be a little less clever. High damage aura around the player. I don't think we've ever done AoE. Every time a credit is collected by a percentage of total credits. That's kind of interesting. Big beefy aura tank with money bags. Let's give it a shot. So is this garlic? Is this just constant? Oh, it is just constant damage. Nice. It's not a lot of damage, and it puts you in a lot of danger. Oh gosh. Ouch. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Alright, this is maybe not the best first weapon, especially when they detonate like that. Oh gosh. Stop exploding! Why do you all have corpse bombs? The heck? Okay, gotta be super careful. Almost assuredly gonna die to this thing. Okay. Whew. Ah, there's more! Yeesh. At least our shields are recharged a little. Oh. Okay. Could have gone better. Oh, man. This feels like such a trap right now. Repairs your ship over time. That sounds like a good idea. Healing increased by 25%. If I re-roll, I won't have enough money to buy something. So let's just move forward. Alright, getting those heals in. That's good. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh, jeez. Alright, AoE is not the best starting weapon. Energy Ring. When everything has Explode on Death, not the best. I also think we need to ditch the Genomancer. Because I think you heal at the end of each level, unless you have the Genomancer. And I think that's been killing us. Oh, it just destroys enemy bullets. Ooh. Okay, let's go for the collector drone. So we have no offensive potential right now. I thought the collector drone was gonna like deal damage. Oh shoot. So we just need to survive. There's gonna be a hailstorm of bullets coming in. Jeez. And our objective is just outlive everyone. And that's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Take it. Go straight into the asteroid. Good job, Joe. There we go. Got it. Woo! Rough. Did Joe get absorbed by the game? I can't see his camera. Yeah, so my light died. My face floodlight just completely got it just stopped working. So I don't have good lighting in here anymore until I can get that replaced. So we're just not doing the camera for now. Yeah. Ooh. Summoner drone level 3. All right, here we go. Now we have some offensive potential. Feeling much more confident. I don't know why my shields have error on them. Did I like get something that got rid of all my shields? Or is that like an actual error in the game? I'm not super clear on that. And there we go. That's the wave done. Lovely jubbly. Hey, Kehadao! Good to see you, friend. How are you today? Welcome in. Attachment rerolls are cheaper. Sounds nice. Boost cooldown reduced by 10% per utility attachment. I don't think we have very many of those. It would be nice, now that we're getting into this, like, it would be helpful to be able to preview my build somehow. Doing well, how about you? I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. Yeah, work is going well. We're doing all sorts of cool, fun stuff and exciting things on the horizon. And yeah, just making it through. We've got the little ones getting all growed up. Junior dev is walking now. I'm not okay with that. Oh, we're 1 credit short. Nicholson, I know. It is... Man. What a thing. What a thing. It is a wild, wild, wild experience. That I'm not okay with. And our older one, she's about to go into preschool. Who told her, like, that was okay? I'm not ready for her to go and get an education. What's all this about? It's also springtime, so that means we're getting all sorts of yard work done around the house and all that fun stuff. Can't imagine how it feels to see your kids grow up. It's a wild thing, my guy. Like every day. It's, wait a minute, what do you mean you're that old now? What? What do you mean you're starting to talk? Like, I'm so grateful that we had those times in the stream where Junior Dev was right there with me. And, like, I've got that video now forever showing him as a baby. Like, that's so insanely valuable to me. All right, increase fire rate whenever an allied ship dies. Sounds good. We still don't have enough for the collector drone. Jeez. We can get wingmen, though. Gets us our 3rd summoner slot. Nick! Hey, it's the dev. Had to fiddle with my Twitch because I forgot my password. By the way, the Shields having error was due to the Astral Storm challenge. Oh, okay. I have no idea what the Astral Storm challenge is, so I must have just completely missed some prompt. Great to have you here. Welcome in, Nick. Everyone, this is the fine developer that I've been speaking so highly of. Loving the mouse cursor being hidden. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks for that. Was in YouTube chat for a bit, but it seems like that this is where the party is. Oh, shoot. You know what? I've got my... I have YouTube chat up, but it was behind the game, so I couldn't see it. So my apologies. Yes, this is where the party is indeed, most of the time. Oh, jeez. Welcome in, welcome in. How is the update treating you? Have you been seeing the results you were hoping for with it? Darn it, missed it. All right, let me reposition things so I can actually see the YouTube chat. It basically is garlic. Okay, yeah. Ariel, if you're still here, I'm so sorry I missed you. Good to see you, Ariel. It's been so long. I hope you're doing well. Darn it. Oh, man. You fall off on doing one thing and it just disappears. Definitely had a nice spike in purchases the last few days. That's great, with some mixed results with other aspects. No kidding. What sort of mixed results? I'm not even seeing like negative reviews on your store page. What are you talking about, mixed results? All right, let's get, do we want to go gun? I don't think so. I think we just make it better at picking up stuff. Ooh, increase speed and fire rate for each credit collected in a round. We might... Oh, man. That'll get us 2 utility and 2 merchant. Yeah, I think we sell our Void Bomber, grab that. So now we have 2 more synergies. Utility multiplier increased by 30%. Credit pull radius increased by 100%. Cromulent. Oh, and then we have a volatile summoner. I'm going to lock this in so we can grab that on unlocking another slot. Began messing with some paid ads, and those did not do well. No kidding, what platform? Getting into the positive rating with 10 reviews was awesome. That is awesome. Still have a lot to learn with marketing stuff and stuff. It is incredibly tough. Marketing is like one of the biggest reasons that startups tend to fail, because the people that are doing the startups tend to not have a lot of skills with marketing. They want to build things rather than tell people about them. Working at this startup has been an interesting experience for me, and it's been really obvious how important having connections with people who are really good at that sort of stuff is for the success of your project. So, you know, having an inroad with someone with a community that they can discuss your stuff with to get you that like initial seed, so big, so big. Ouch. Which is why we're always advocating for people here to like go make relationships with creators before you even get into a beta stage with your game. Like, you need to be building relationships with creators before you have anything to ask of them, so that when the time comes, you are friendly with them and they will ask you for access to your game so that they can talk about it, or at the very least like look at it and talk about it with their community, even if there's not like a video or a stream or something for it. Those relationships are the biggest key. And I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir here, Nick. I'm sure I'm not saying anything you haven't already been thinking of or discussing yourself. Reddit ad campaign. Okay, interesting. Targeting roguelike and shmups communities. Spent a lot more money than I got back. Interesting. Oh dear, I need to focus for a sec. Okay. But on the bright side, I didn't spend a whole lot. It was really just to dabble on it. Sure. I've heard Reddit can be super powerful or kind of a big bummer in a lot of ways. We have a friend in the community, Sockhouse Studios. He made the game Barricade, and he had a decent amount of success posting about his game in various Reddit communities and getting lots of thousands of hits that translated into some sales for him. Now, also, Barricade was not a wildly successful title in terms of like just sheer money, but it has 22 positive reviews. It got some good content coverage on YouTube. Like, it did okay. Really good point about building community. I have a few YouTubers in my Discord who've covered my game several times. Very nice, Nick. Awesome. Yeah, there you go. You're gonna let me take you out to lunch? Dude, didn't I text you a while ago saying when are we gonna go? Barricade should have been wildly successful last tier game design. It was great. How are you doing, Sundown? By the way, I saw your announcement today and I tuned in for the stream a little bit during work. For those who don't know, Sundown, the creator of the Feathered Serpent and sponsor of Fox Hollow Jam 2, landed a role after his kid was born as a prototyper for a VR game company. He's living the dream. He's doing it. And his work on the Feathered Serpent, from what he's told me, was like instrumental in him landing that role. So big shout out to Sundown. I wish I could have stayed around longer to see the prototype you were building, but just so happy for you, man. I hate Reddit in general, but that's just my opinion. I think most people who frequent Reddit tend to hate Reddit in general. Yeah, Nick, totally. Always so nice with the shoutouts. Make indie games that got me a job. Totally. Yes, absolutely. This is my first time seeing this game. Gonna wishlist it. It's really good. Honestly, I unironically really enjoy Star Knight Order of the Vortex. I've played it a good amount on my own on the Steam Deck. It's really good. I text you, Ivana's gone all week and I'm depressed and I have too much free time. Dude, let's get together. Best of luck with stream. I'm back to taxes. All right, take care, man. Best of luck. 33% chance to be revived at half health. Sounds fantastic. 5% damage increase for each class synergy. I mean, we do have 3 of those. Fire rate increased by 1% per second. Resets when hit. Well, that's not a good idea for me. Yeah, let's go with Miracle Machine. I think we all know why that's the right call for me. Another Forlorn Hope? Sure. So we have 4 Summoner synergy. Health increased by 25% for all allies. Damage increased by 25% for all allies. Lovely. I guess we're looking for more Volatile and more Summoner. I don't... like, we could swap out Credit Module to get Volatile Beam. That would get us to 2 for Volatile, but I'm not... like, this has given us Merchant and Utility synergies. I'm not ready to do Volatile Beam yet. Oh man, level 3 already. Okay, well. Volatile Sling. Sling's an asteroid chunk with a chance for very high damage. I don't think I can go for it. I gotta hold back, I think. Alright, we're on stage 2. Look at this swarm of loyal legionaries. Taking all the hits for me. Definitely feeling like we're getting quite a lot of bullets out, which is fantabulous. Got our little snail running around, picking up all the money that's dropping into the aquarium. Ouch. I should have dashed. Alright. Record some content for YouTube? Blades, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. Can you send me the link? Best of luck. Hope you have a great time recording. We'll talk to you later. Rad. Okay, everything's fine. If I just dodge into enough bullets, I might intimidate them and get the bullets to run away. Every time I see people struggle with choices, it makes me happy. Better than if there's a clear, good option, in my opinion. At least that's what I'm aiming for. Totally. Especially for roguelikes. Like, this is really the game in a lot of roguelikes design. Like, the shmup and everything is great, but this is what makes the shmup matter. So I 100% agree with you. Summon health or crit chance? Yeah, let's go with summon health. I've had YouTube longer than Twitch, but I like Twitch for the interactivity. Shut up, I didn't know that. That's great. The trade-offs make it fun, totally. Absolutely. Ooh, we can upgrade Levy Fighters too. More of them or better stats? Do we have anything that's like benefiting based on the amount of summons that I have? I don't think so. Let's try the stat increase. That sounds kind of counterintuitive to me. So I want to see like how it shakes out, you know? Cryptic! Hello, my friend. How are you tonight? Welcome in. How has life been treating you? Oh gosh. All right. My army's bigger than your army, jerks. Good job, credit picker-upper. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Everything's fine. Thank you for face tanking for me, all you friends. That's the best part of the summon build for me is they're the ones that block the bullets. Blades, that's incredible. I can't wait to see what you make. That is so great. And honestly, YouTube is way better for young families, in my opinion. Being able to create even just a little bit at a time. Like, I always struggled with this when I was doing Twitch and YouTube full-time last year, was if I had anything less than a few hours, it felt like such a waste to stream. But with YouTube, you can kind of just like do that a few minutes at a time, and it works. That's why I'm trying to do it? Absolutely. Yeah. That's great. We don't have any other chainers. Collector drone. More health, more bonus chance. I don't know. I'm not feeling any of these, and I don't want to keep sinking money. Navigate the asteroid field. Okay. Something that I definitely learned over my time trying to be a full-time content creator, which I am so glad that I did, because, man, it taught me so much, and I really want to get back into it at some point. Once we can become financially stable enough to give that another big, like, push, is, what I came out with is that I should have listened to some of the advice that I heard in a YouTube video when I first started and I was doing research. And I should have listened to that advice, but I didn't. Which is... Jeez. Are you on the cliffhanger yet? Okay. The advice was, don't worry about Twitch. Don't worry about live streaming. Make videos, and then once you have a strong community, then you can have the streams as a fun thing, and then maybe transition into it. But streaming is so bad for discovery. So truly horrendously bad for discovery. And that's true. And like, we did really well during that big push. You guys propelled this community to the top 0.7% of Twitch streams worldwide, which blows my mind every time that I think about it. It's like phenomenally successful as far as that goes. But moving past that is truly difficult. And I did not have an understanding of how difficult that was going to be. Not gonna lie, I miss the everyday streams. They were super nice for co-working and motivation. I hear ya. I miss them too. I feel that, yeah. Yeah, so I think you got the right idea there, Blades, of going in with YouTube. Even though I kind of dreaded YouTube in a lot of ways, next time we give it a run, I'm gonna try and like Nicholson and I have talked about this a bunch. Really want to find a strong format that I find joy in the creation of. and go from there. It was a very tough thing over the past year because I didn't have the flexibility and freedom to be able to say, I'm going to explore and try and find something I enjoy to create that will be long lasting. It was very like, oh my gosh, we have to have success like right now because baby's going to be born. We got bills. I have no income. Now that, a lot of those stresses are taken away, I'm going to be able to have some more time to invest in those sorts of things. Relic rerolls are 2 credits cheaper. Enemy damage reduced? Sure. There's that volatile sling again, man. I don't know. I don't want to go into level 2 on it. Since I see it, I think I found out why the relic icons are too small on some screens. For some reason, I handle their sizing different. Oh, not sure what I was thinking. Interesting. So I am on a ultra-wide Samsung Odyssey monitor. I have the game set to 1920 by 1080, though. So that's really interesting. Thank you for sharing. I love getting to hear about that sort of stuff. Oh, 80 credits, man. I don't know. Do we go with volatile beam? I guess, you know what? For science, let's just do it. What's level 2? Crit chance increased by 15%. Okay, cool. Ooh, wingman. Yes. Absolutely. Let's grab that. Okay, let's move forward with that. Stage 2, the swarm. Okay, blowing up asteroids. That's a good sign. That means we're doing some decent damage. I see that the pickup radius for the collector drone hasn't been hurt too bad with the removal of our merchant synergy. Ouch, I thought that was one of my guys. I'm going to be doing Minecraft videos because I love Minecraft and love playing with mods. Might eventually make my own mods or mod pack. That's awesome. That is so cool, Blades. I've wanted to try modding for a very long time. I can't wait to see how that goes. Also, what's this red? Oh, the red laser is the volatile. One of the volatile things we got. Okay, great. That new thing we got. Great. I love not having to aim. Okay. Level 2 volatile beam. Seems good. Upgrade path. Okay, no extra suits. Increase crit chance or raw damage. You know what? We don't have enough money for it. Volatile toxin. Oh, jeez. Let's lock the volatile beam in. So I guess volatile is the only stuff that can crit, is my interpretation of can do high damage. Gotta give it a decent shot. I usually do Twitch and stuff more nonchalant in style. I want to give it a serious attempt and see what becomes of it. I can't wait. And honestly, you never know where that sort of stuff is going to go. Even if your YouTube doesn't ever do anything, you never know how it's going to affect your future. By like having a project and diving into it, you're going to learn a whole ton. You're going to get into a whole new field. And you're going to have something to show in interviews or just discussion with people to say, yeah, I did this thing. Like, this channel is a big reason I have the position that I have right now. Because I was able to say, yeah, like, I've lived as a content creator. I know those struggles. Like, I can empathize with the struggles of these users, and I can bring that perspective. Sundown, we just talked about, got his job largely, or I don't know if it was largely, him having built his game and shown his process was a big influence in him being able to land this position where he's in the game industry. So you just never know where these things will take you, but trying something is almost always going to be better than not trying. How's that for your inspiring quote for the day? Deep thoughts. That's like just 1 to 3 steps below do or no do, there is no try. Alright, we're doing pretty good here. Not feeling too nervous about this fight. We got just so many bullets on the screen. There we go. Yeah, good luck indeed. Absolutely. Wishing you all the best. Volatile crit damage increased by 50%. Enemy health reduced by 15%. Damage and fire rate increased by 20% until your first dash. Let's go with volatile crit. We're not going to be capitalizing on it like a ton, but at least a little bit. So let's go for crits here then, right? This is now 30% to do 250% damage. That seems pretty good. And we have a new slot here, which is fantastic. Go for credit module again. Man. Oh, level 3 wingman. Get chainer. Oh man, I think we're gonna we gotta go for that. Oh jeez. The Demon Realm. Stage 1 out of 5. Okay. Well, once again, I still don't get what's very demon-y about this. Like, red paint, a demon does not make. I'm sorry. Like, look how clean and tidy those ships are. Like, at least the Ravagers from Firefly, you know, they had, like, all that graffiti and stuff on the outside. We need some more set dressing here, is what I'm saying. Sell me on why these are demons. Because right now they just kind of look like different spaceships. Without a reason to point to demonhood. Okay, there we go. I do like the red background, though. We've talked about that before, about how just something as simple as a background color can really communicate the feeling of progressing in a game. Okay, level 3 wingman, level 2 lightning rod. Yes, so now we have level 2 chainer, which is fantastic. We want to save up for collector drone. I mean, the bonus chance increase is nice, but I don't think so. Drop cannon. So this is, I mean, I guess we can buy it and then sell it, right? Do we get a new synergy? No. I don't know what the thresholds are here. Spawns an allied cannon that fires a medium damage shot. Well, sure. Let's go for that. And then, like, I want to find a way to pivot into volatile if we can. But if we can't end up finding that build, then at least we have this as a backup. I should have a new synergy? With 5? It changed shape to circle? What? Alright, we'll check it on the next... Good thing we got the developer here. It might be good to have some more visual chroming on that. Like, if you get a new synergy, maybe call some attention to it somehow. If people have been missing this. It could be just, I'm being dumb and have streamer brain. But if you're observing that behavior across other people as well, then, like, it might warrant a discussion on how do we make that more of a moment for players. Not only so that they can catch it, but also so that it just feels really good to get those synergies. Might need a better indicator. All right. Yeah, I don't... It's just those two, health and damage, right? Am I missing something? Okay. 80, 40, 40. I think we're just going to reroll here. Everything is so flippin' expensive. Oh, man. Yeah, I think we just got to keep going. I don't want to keep spending money on rerolls on, like, maybe something happening. Navigate the minefield. Okay, will do. Ouchie. Okay. All right. So if you're anywhere in that blue radius, they explode. Got it. That makes perfect sense. Just for a split second, I thought maybe I could go in between them. I will not do that. Ouch. What detonated it? Okay. Okay, feeling good. We're definitely blowing dudes up all right. Got him. Nice. So your point about the demons not being super demon-y. In the lore, they're basically alien Vikings with red skin and horns, so they look like demons, but they're not supernatural demons. Yeah, I kind of got the impression that this was not according to my mental model. I could add some particle effects or something when upgrading its energy level, sure. Maybe also like pulse the icon, make it like bigger for half a second and then contract or something. I don't know. You'll find a good way to do some citrus. There's so many good examples. Like if you go to video game UI database, if anyone doesn't know about this resource, you definitely should. Let's get this brought up correctly. Here we go. Game UI database. So you can go look at, like upgrades. Find upgrades and screenshots. You can kind of see how are all these different games discussing and presenting their upgrades and all. Anyways, great site. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Pulse it, go to experiment around. Sure, yeah, I'm sure you'll find a fantastic route. Projectiles destroy any enemy projectiles they come in contact with, but are also destroyed themselves. I think that's going to work out in our favor. Like, we have so many bullets on the screen, right? Oh, I guess we're upgrading Volatile Beam. Yeah, about the demons, I figured that they were probably not, like, hell spawn, based off of the way that they were presented. And you need to take my interpretation here with a bit of a grain of salt. Yeah, this is going to be so much safer. Fantastic. Take my interpretation with a big grain of salt. Because I am also the kind of person that is like so bought into canonical high fantasy tropes that when people tried to get me into Brandon Sanderson, I really struggled with it. Because everyone said, oh, he does fantasy and his magic systems are so in depth. And I'm reading it and I'm like, there's no fantasy here. What are you talking about? And there's no magic. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, like allomancy. Like, they burn the metals. Like, that's not magic. That's just like a superpower. That has nothing to do with like evocation or conjuration or anything. That's just like some cool power they have. So I'm a little bit picky about these sorts of things. It could be people who are like really into sci-fi, also something that I'm not, could just like be right there with you. So definitely big grain of salt. Summons an allied cannon that fires a medium damage shot and a seeker. I like the idea of more bullets being on the screen. But this gets us an extra cannon. Let's go for that. Volatile toxin. Alright, let's keep moving. Level 5 out of 5. Demon King Zarogoth. I've beaten this guy lots of times. So this is what used to be the end of a run. I'm really curious how we progress beyond this into the star that is very black, the Black Star Castle. And once again, I'm needing to like temper my expectations. I do this with Sanderson too, where it's like, okay, about 3/4 of the way through the book, my brain finally readjusts, and I understand that he's not going to have wizards and stuff. And then I can enjoy the story for what it is. Same thing here, where I hear castle and I think parapets. And I understand that's probably not... Gosh dang it, what is detonating this? That's probably not what we're going to get. So I am adjusting my mental model. All right, there's the Demon King down. Go team. Allied ships disperse damage evenly. Yeah, that sounds good. Whew. More drop cannon. Does sound good. But we have a new slot I really want to fill up. I wish I could afford some art or had the skills myself to have an awesome space castle in the background or something. I totally get it. 100% understand. I'm especially looking for anything volatile. And I don't even know if we have... Oh, volatile sling. Perfect. I don't know if we have any more summoning abilities to get. Maybe through like upgrade routes, and I can't remember anything that upgrades into a summoner. Bummer, no summoner. All right, we're gonna lock that in and move on. Black Star Castle. All right. Now, I believe we have ads coming in. Whoa! Look at this screen. Okay. Some funky UI stuff happening here. Obviously, probably not optimized for this screen size, so I won't, like, we won't dive into analysis on that because it's not necessarily representative. I love these tiny little labels. Text is small for the same reason as the relic icons. Sure. All right, Bezos is should be fixed in the next patch. Oh, lovely, nice. Bezos is approaching. He sounds the clarion bell. We're gonna let him satiate himself, and then we will return with more Star Knight, Order of the Vortex. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. All right, welcome back. Let's keep going. We're in the castle. Now, my favorite part about this, right out of the gate, has nothing to do with the Black Star Castle itself, but rather that we get another zone that will allow us to further increase our builds. Because that was always a bit of a bummer for me, as it always felt like the runs were just a little bit too short. Like, I never got to hit, like, the full Omega version of my build. I would feel very busted many times, but not, it always felt like there would be a little bit more that I could eke out that I couldn't. And so I'm very excited about extra opportunities to be hitting that shot. Man, I love this relic of the bullets canceling out bad guy bullets. So good. Endo, you naughty man. How are you today? Welcome in, dude. How you doing? How's your project coming? How's life? Ooh, volatile sling. Okay. More crit chance, because we have the 50% extra crit damage relic, right? That seems like a good plan. Feeling naughty. I can do a flex. I'm doing all right. Thanks. Checking out Star Knight Order of the Vortexes. Big update. We're finally made it to the big area, which is frangitastic. Projectile disruptor field with a ton of bullets tends to be busted, but it's so fun. It feels great. It feels awesome. Like, I feel like I have made smart choices that lead to me being near on invincible, which is fantastic. I'm realizing, though, with the priest, that I have no way to heal myself. And so this was probably not the smartest ally I could have brought along. Like, I'm starting with 132 health this time. Like, that's still a decent amount of health. But the benefit of it is not anywhere near as good as if I had had some healing. The priest text is off. Oh, interesting. I love how the bomber explodes into a bajillion bullets on death. Like, that feels very bomber in a clever way. It's showing me bomber without telling me bomber, right? Sick. 40 credits, so we can upgrade something, if we find it. Yeah, we can upgrade Levy Fighters. I'm okay with that. More bullets. I almost don't even care about more damage. I really just want more bullets. Let's go for it. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's expanding beyond the container. Or rather, the container may not be expanding to... There we go. Yeah, there's the wrapping happening correctly. And for some reason, the priest doesn't get that. Interesting. What engine is this in? I have no idea, but we have the developer with us who may respond if they would like to. Bear-like Lion, how are you? Welcome in. I have been checking in every now and again on your bullet heaven that you made. I never got to find like the new class that you added, but I check in every now and again to see like if there's any new updates or anything. What have you been up to, my friend? Where has life taken you? Doing so great today. Got a new job offer and just did the stress test on my new game Surf's Up. What? Shut up. What? Congratulations. A new job offer? That's wonderful. Is it, I mean, you took... Did you take the job offer, it sounds like? Also, Surf's Up, is there a Steam link? The admission class was completing a normal run after having all classes. Oh, interesting. Weird. Wonder why I didn't pick it up, because I, like, did a ton of runs. Drop cannon or wingman? Let's go drop cannon. Get more bullets. More bullets is the reason. It's a little outdated, cut together new footage today. Okay, nice. Hold on. Surf's Up. Here we go. It's free. Smooth skill surfing. Oh, this is, okay. Have you been hanging out with Nerkmind at all? This is like making a full game out of those old Counter-Strike mods. That's wild. Oh my goodness. I wish I could go back to little kid me and be like, dude, in 20 years, there's gonna be a whole genre around this silly little thing you're doing. That is super cool. So I use SFML2, which is a collection of libraries, simple and fast multimedia libraries. So not really an engine. And I've pretty much been building my own engine as I go along. Wow. We've got a couple of people in the community that have done that. I don't know anyone who does that and also has released a game. So well done. That's super cool. It's my first 3D and multiplayer project. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you, man. That is so rad. Thank you for sharing that good news with us. Well, we got the Rainbow Road over here. Check that out. Stress tested the netcode for my upcoming Steam game tonight, and it went fantastically. Love it. So cool. Oh, it's in Godot. Very nice. Have you been staying up to date on the Godot updates, or are you still in, like, the early versions of Godot 4? I haven't been staying up to date on their updates, but I hear that they've been putting out quite a lot over the past few months that are very cool. But 24 players in a single lobby? Shut up! Look at you! It's in 441. Very nice. Very, very nice. That is so cool, man. Good for you. I'm gonna lock in Wingman. Do I lock in Wingman? I don't. Yeah, let's not lock him in. Level 4 out of 5. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. So cool. Ouch. Only a shield wound. It's fine. One thing I don't know is if, like, my fire rate influences the summon fire rate. But I'm actually going to guess that it doesn't. Because I remember getting upgrades from them that... upgrades that increased fire rate. So I'm betting my fire rate increase has nothing to do with the summons, and the mechanic friendo that I've got is doing absolutely nothing. Because I don't have a single gun for myself. The shooting sound effect is very satisfying. It is. Like, it would almost seem overwhelming, but it is just shy of being too much, and instead is hitting the very satisfying range. Totally agree. Base sets increased for 10% for each utility gem. Healing increased by 5% per repair attachment. Chainers have a 10% chance to apply freeze. We do have a couple of chainers. Let's just go for that. We don't have enough money for the collector drone, unfortunately. We're not going to have enough money to really upgrade anything, so we might as well just go. Hey, Queen Anne! Welcome in! How are you, friend? Welcome in, welcome in. This is looking cool so far. I agree. We're on the final boss here, Grandmaster Arenthel, the Vortex flagship. I'm expecting lots of vortexes. Lots of vortexes. Nick, feel free to throw the Steam link in chat, by the way. This is a fully launched game. I don't know if it's still in early access or not. But it's been available for a while, and this is the first, like, real major update, right? Player fire rate doesn't affect summon fire rate because it turned out it was way too OP. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Laskio, good to see you as well. Welcome in. Hope you've been well. All right, I think we're doing pretty well. We haven't really taken a hit yet, and we're just blasting through. We have 400 total health, so if you ever find a way to heal, you know, like, that'll be good. Thank you for getting that Steam link. Appreciate it. Doing good, taking a bit of vacation at the moment, so I'm feeling nice. Gotta have that time to recharge. That's wonderful. I hope you get well rested and well ready to finish out not Primordial Pantheon. I know, oh man, I always forget the name. I know it's like Aurora? No, wait, hold on. Am I confusing that with something else? Oh no. I've exposed my hubris, my ignorance. I should have just stayed. Yes, not that one, yeah. All right, well, we just win? We got a lot of credits. Level complete. Great. Hey, hail Victorious Star Knight! We got Void Crystal 6 and Daredevil. Aurora Storyalice. That's why I can never remember, because it's Storyalice. Is your studio, but the game is Altered Oath. Thank you. I should be able to remember Altered Oath. That is not a hard one to remember. Ugh. One of these days, Queen Anne. Altered Oath. Very, very, very cool. Yeah, get good rest in, because I wanna get that out to the masses, my friend. Okay, so what's level 6? We get 10 starting credits, enemies get new attacks, and 15% enemy bullet speed. Okay, great. Win a run with the short sword and with the Tempest. What's the short sword? Oh, it's that one. So I need to win a run with the Tempest. Okay. Ability is teleportation. Teleport to location at mouse pointer. Oh, how's that going to work with the hiding of the mouse cursor? I guess we'll find out. Daredevil. Doubles player fire rate, doubles enemy fire rate. It was pretty heavily cemented as Primordial Pantheon. I mean, that's, like, of course, how I first encountered it for a long time. What did you think of the trailer I remade? Was I on the right track, or was the original better? No, I told Dark Doombringer, we actually got together as families, because he lives nearby, and we're family friends. We went to junior high together. And I told him that you did fantastic work on that. Like, I still didn't understand the puzzle, but I was starting to understand the mechanics, and the pacing was a trillion times better. I will say the pacing in his original trailer kind of carried a certain vibe to it that you don't really get a lot of, and it's a slow enough game that I thought, like, just showing a big stretch of gameplay was almost compelling in a way. But I wouldn't be surprised if it got trounced in an A/B test with the faster-paced, more cut-heavy version that you cut up. Yeah. This ship specifically should not hide the cursor. Want to add a cool custom cursor at some point, but that's low priority. Sure. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is like, am I going to get a cool special cursor? And I think I never beat a run with this because I was playing it on the Steam Deck. So I never made it past on this one. Need some audio and microphone help optimizing the audio, especially for my voice. Oh man, that is such a nightmare. I just have a crappy Blue Yeti that's super old. And it does enough, but I've had to do so much tinkering with it, and I have so many apps on my computer that are like processing the sound. It is such a nightmare. It's good to hear I only want to help. Yeah, no, I think it was a huge help. I think you did so much to kind of give him some perspective on what his trailer could be. Yeah. You have a Razer Siren X? That sounds way better than what I have. I admit I don't know what it is, but it sounds really good. 3 attachments, 1 crew slot, teleport to location. So average health, average shields, average speed. Basically average everything. You are this guy, but you teleport as well. Okay. Dash cooldown seems like a really good idea. Could even try a pacifist build. Should we try it? This is probably going to fail horribly, but I was told it was good, but I don't know either. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I wish I had some way to help you out there and console you. I think it's a good one. I've heard of it, at least. I don't know. Does it have rainbow lights on it? Like, if it has LEDs, it's probably, like, legit. The biggest thing that I've learned, though, is you got to have the microphone very close to your face. You got to eat the microphone. And you want to turn the gain down as much as possible, because the gain is what's going to introduce all that fuzzy noise. And then setting up your space is probably even more important than the individual equipment. I was going to replace this microphone a long time ago, but then I put up my sound dampening blankets along the walls of the studio. All of a sudden, it sounded a trillion times better. So get sound dampening in your space for your microphone and get good lighting for your camera. And those two things will be force multipliers for your equipment. So it said my fire rate is minus 100%, but we already discussed that summons don't follow that rule, right? Sick. All right, so we got the mouse cursor. That's good. So, but I mean, I did a super heavy summon build last run, and it looks like we're maybe going to be doing another summon build here. Summon builds are always fun. I do love me summon builds. Like, whenever I have a Necromancer option, like, I tend to go Necromancer or Beastmaster, which is a lot more rare, weirdly. You'd think that maybe being nice with animals would be more common than bringing your dead friend to life, but you know, whatever. For some reason devs nerf summon builds a lot. I mean, I understand it's very complex. It's not as simple as just the other mechanics in the game, right? You have to introduce all sorts of new variables and considerations, and it's very complex and can become very easy to completely lose track of. So I understand wanting to err on the side of caution there. Just buff your deadwoods and go nuts. I've never been able to pull off a summon build in Scholar. I don't even know if they're a thing. Like, do people do big summon builds in Scholars? Summon builds are so funny to think about because instead of a lone Star Knight, they actually just brought an entire with them. That's hilarious. Yeah, going summon build with this seems bonkers strong, right? Like, we have our dash cooldown. I don't know how the numbers are being worked together. I'm sure it's not minus 100%. It's probably like minus 75% or something like that. Like, it's halved, and then you half that remaining, right? But our health is up 50%, our dash is insane, and we get none of the downsides. Sure, let's just get that real quick. We have our summon synergy. I don't know that I want to keep this. I do want to try going like the repair route as well. Let's see. The first victory screens came from Deadwoods and Skeleton builds. That's awesome. Don't get hit. Okay. Priority on dodging. So don't worry about hitting things, Joe. Stay away from the bullets. Love being able to just instantly teleport anywhere on the screen. That's being awesome. Ooh, there we go. Okay, we're almost getting done. I'm so glad that I noticed the don't get hit thing. I never noticed the don't get hit message, but I noticed it this time. Hurrah! It should be 50% to 75%. Cool, great. That's what I expect. I mean, getting 100% dash cooldown would just be insane. Fire rate reduced sounds good. If a chainer shot has no targets chained to it, deals double damage, so boss killer for that. Poison damage up. Enemy contact damage reduced by 50%. I like reducing enemy fire rate. That's just always going to be good. Ooh, there's our medic module. Okay. All right. I think we sell that. Get the medic module. Heals the player every time a credit is collected. So now we have level 2 repair. So healing increased by 25%. Sounds great. Oh man, does the credit locator upgrade and get repair? Let's go for it. Probably a horrible idea. Want to try it though. A Maripon! Hello, my friend. How are you? Okay, we're officially doing a pacifist run. Welcome in, my guy. How's Japan life? How are you doing? Yeah, we gotta get Star Knight super successful commercially so that you can get a custom cursor for this and the upgrade key art. We've talked about that. Man, teleporter with this ridiculous cooldown on the dash feels so good. Oh, we always mind you, Endo. Don't you get all bashful now. Great. I don't even need the repair. We're doing just fine as is. More of a budget and skill issue. I tried to make my own art and it didn't look good and be a bit pricey to do all the attachment icons. Sure. Let me tell you about bad art. Fires a wave of 5 seekers on heal. That's interesting. Let's just go full repairs. The first review I ever got on my game was on a pirated website that said Baby Dev makes game in MS Paint. Oh, man. So funny. And, like, you know, the person that made that comment has probably never touched a line of code in their life, you know? Or, like, maybe they're a front-end web dev and has never made anything, you know? That's so funny. So much for a single person? Heck yeah, it is. Heck yeah, it is. Creating anything. Like, I don't care if you use asset packs. I don't care if you use contractors or do it yourself, whatever. Like, just getting something built and out there is a tremendous accomplishment. Even if no one buys it. I mean, just the sheer amount, the sheer scale of that type of project. We say it a lot on the channel, and it needs to be said more. Video games are the most complex art form we have invented as a species. So the idea of one person doing that is kind of insane. It's my favorite review ever. It's poetry. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. We got some money here. Ooh, Healing Aura and Siphon Droid. Okay, definitely want to go Healing Aura. Lock that in. And I guess that's just going to be our next thing. I guess we could swap out Credit Locator. Yeah, sure. I don't know if we've ever done, like, full repair build. Let's do that. Pirate Lord Robard. Oh, wait a minute. How's a pacifist thing gonna work here? Ouch. Because I deal no damage with this gun. Am I gonna be able to do this? Can asteroids kill it? No, the asteroid went straight through it. Oh wait, you'll need a weapon for the boss. Okay. Do I reset? I think you killed an enemy on the first level with the summon. So what? Wait, hold on. What's the criteria you're talking about there? Like, is there a way to deal with this if you haven't killed anything yet? Do they just get bored and say, whatever, we'll go bug someone else? There's a way to do a pacifist run, but when you kill any enemies, it essentially cancels that path. Interesting. So you have to hard commit to that at the very beginning. And I have soft-locked myself, essentially. So I need to do a new run. All right. Cool. Let's try something non-pacifist. That was fun. It was super fun. Definitely going to keep the Maverick. Let's do something else. Oh, pilot. Okay, so what if we do the... pilot first, and then the Maverick. So our dash cooldown is reduced by 1/4 of a second, and then the remainder is halved. Ooh, and we have some volatile stuff right out of the gate. Lovely. Oh, perfect. Love it. So we have level 2 volatile already. It's rad commissioning for stuff you need is super valid. I guess the cost of that might have scared you out of doing that again. Yeah, teleport's fantastic. Love the teleport. Got him. And out. Great, and out. So great. Love this. Awesome. Go team. 20 credits. I like it. So we get the Volatile Beam. Upgrade. Volatile Toxin. Alright, let's just go in. I think we can take the next level here. Don't get hit. Okay. I think we can do that as the teleporter. Ooh, hey, we hit something. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay. Oh, no. I was so close. Shoot. Commissioned a bunch of character designs for an animated pilot I was pitching around back in 2020. I found it way harder than having an on-team artist, though. Interesting. You know, the game could be so much better looking if I had a bigger budget, so I always have to sort of work around it with more minimal designs, particle effects. Yeah, totally. You had one job. Listen, it's fine. We can still move on. It's fine. Why you gotta be so rude? Pretty much all the demon ships, for example, are the same ship that I kept Frankensteining around to look different. Nice. Finding budget limitations to be the biggest factor in how my own games look. Yeah. Budget limitations are huge. You know, people talk about, like, Thomas Was Alone, and, like, with good reason. It definitely shows that graphical fidelity, in terms of, like, you know, how many polygons are on your model, is not the most important part of a game, and that a mass market can find the appeal in a lower fidelity environment. But we did multiple streams analyzing Thomas Was Alone and why it is such a gorgeous game. Even though it is not the most graphically advanced, the sense of design in the graphics that it has is phenomenal. So amazingly good. So it's a little bit unfair to apply that, but there are other things that have similar experiences where lower... I mean, look at Vampire Survivors. That game is not the most gorgeous game, right? Launched in a very basic state. But it was interesting and unique enough that people really flocked to it. Okay, spawns a squadron that fires bullets with a chance for high damage. So yeah, having a sense of design can carry you very far with a lack of resources. Now, if you don't have that sense of design, it's very hard to build it up in time for a project. So I definitely can sympathize with... I don't have time to go to art school. I would like to make a game right now, please. Something I learned from my last game, don't do the best graphics you can do less and stay consistent. I'd like to think I'm hitting that sweet spot with my second game. Nice. Yeah, consistency is a big deal. Especially if something is bad, you can kind of play it off as intentionally bad, but if things look consistent within a world, that's going to carry you very far. 100%. Hard agree. Schedule 1, Lethal Company, Repo. Yeah, but like... I think those are all bad in a very intentional manner, right? I think they knew what style they were trying to hit, and they pushed for it. Chainers have a 10% chance to apply freeze. I might do that. Yeah, let's do that. As a counterpoint, the norm is that lower fidelity games get overlooked by consumers and funding options. It's true. I saw a really great comment recently that said, gamers buy visual fidelity. And I think that's true to a very large degree. But your visual fidelity... Now, okay, 3D, like there's a reason a lot of really successful indie games get sequels that are 3D, right? Look at Hyper Light Drifter. Look at Risk of Rain. This is definitely a trend because they know that there is an entire large market that sees 2D games and instantly says, I don't want to touch that. So there is certainly a total addressable market there that you miss out on if you're going 2D. However, graphical fidelity is not purely how artistically competent it is. If you have a good sense of design, you can carry it a lot further than without that, right? And design is not art. Design is not necessarily art. It can be a very different thing. Thomas was alone, as case in point. I would like to have art for the attachment icons for the full release, but with 40 icons, that would be a lot of money. Sure. Now that I think about it, maybe I could get away with a handful of art instead, and then change colors around or something rather than individual art for each one. Could be. The really bad way to do it is just like put a picture of the drop cannon here, right? Put a picture of the levy fighters here. The beams and everything, that's a little bit trickier, possibly. Or you just do like a zoom in on the ship with, hold on. Let me see if we can like make a quick mock-up or something. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do screenshot. Oh, shoot. Okay, screenshot. There we go. Great, I got the screenshot. We're gonna pause. We're gonna go to work. I'm gonna change Chrome to where's our Figma? Oh dear. Here we go. Right here. There we go. Okay. So just as a thought, purely as an experiment, like you could do, I'm just gonna like steal some colors here and make it a gradient. What am I doing? Here we go. You are 0% opacity. You are 100% opacity. And then set this, set that. I am doing the wrong thing. There we go. And you know, I know this is not what the game looks like. I fully understand that. But just playing around with ideas. And then we have like some more circles to kind of simulate the particle effects. Oh dear. Right, like, and then we have a window. Well, I need to group all these. There we go. Group. And then this. Got to move that to the back. And then we use his mask. All right. Hey, look. That's like a really bad icon to say, look, it's a laser. You know, like there's ways you can kind of get around it and display what shows in the game without necessarily having special key art. Special art would not be sad, but I think Lethal is a perfect example of doing less but consistent. Sure. Enter the Gungeon 2. I did hear about that. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be 3D. Oh, interesting. 2D games are made by baby devs in MS. Like the baby dev makes it so much better, right? Ah, it's fantastic. So I don't know, just as brainstorming ideas, once again, I'm sure that you've probably already considered all that sort of stuff before. But especially for the enrichment of the community, it's helpful to kind of talk about things. Ouch. Got it. Ouch. Ouch. This is not going well. This is not going well. This is not... I'm getting too greedy on these credits. Oh, no. I think a game like Phasmophobia looks pretty good in 3D and all that, but a lot of the time it feels like an asset flip style, totally, rather than something with any stylizations. That's an example of a visual style that looks good but lacks intentionality. Sure, yeah, I'm with you. Okay. Let's try bullets. This is such a bad start for what I have picked. Seeker gun, sure. We'll start off with that. I so rarely ever go for the gun synergy. I think I did it once, like my very first run. I think I did it, and then I haven't ever done it ever again. Ouch. Ouch. What? What's my hitbox? Ah. Well, we're not off to a great start here. That's the problem with the gun synergy, is like... it kind of requires you to be in harm's way a lot. I'm never a very big fan of that. Yeah, Nick, I'm sure if that were a direction you wanted to take, I'm sure you'd find an excellent way to execute on it that is very you. Let's lock those in. The nice thing about the teleporter, I guess, is you have so much maneuverability to get exactly into the position you're looking for at a moment's notice. So, I could see the teleporter being really good for the gun builds. You can get into position at a moment's notice, you can get out of position in a moment's notice. Way more than the dashes provide. Alright, take care, Nick. Jeez. Nice. All right. Upgrade the Trigun. Oh, another Seeker. Sure. This thing's been kind of taunting me for a little bit. I'm curious what it means by more damage per parasite. Shot speed increased by 50% for all Seekers. Sounds bonkers. Holy cow. Shot speed plus 50%? Is that... Now, hold on. Is that, like, travel speed of the bullets? Or the rate at which they fire? Either way is pretty good, but one of them is way better than the other one. Wow, our fire rate's going insano style. Okay. Okay. Great. Holy crap. This is like, we're not even out of the first area yet, and we're already shooting this fast. Great. This bodes well. Oh, I got hit. It was right at the end. Gosh, dang it. I didn't notice. We were on Don't Get Hit. All right, we're going to lock in that parasite dart. Let's keep going. All right, welcome back, Nick. Welcome back. One shot. I next to never catch the Don't Get Hit text. Like, it always blurs into the background just in time to see you get hit. Okay, we got some fire speed. Cool. Feeling pretty strong. This is good. We have 20. Ooh. Fire. Wait, you go from 1 to 3? Well, we're definitely getting that. Jeez. Critique I have about the UI that I don't know if it's been mentioned is that the single color on the meters feels very off to me. It could really add to the style to have those personalized to the game. The single color on the meters. Which meters are you discussing, Queen Anne? Yeah, tripling the fire rate for the Seeker seems really good. Health shield dash. Single color on the meters. Oh, you mean just like a block of green and a block of blue? Like, you're not saying that they are the same color, right? Because they're definitely not. And if anyone thinks they are, they might, and they don't know that, they might need to go get tested for color blindness. But yes, okay, it's that there's a single block of color and not like some sort of gradient or stylization in there, maybe like a wiring pattern, sci-fi sort of thing, or sci-fi cutoffs even on the shape of the borders. Yeah, totally. Yeah, the plain pill shape definitely does make it feel less stylized. We've talked about this a lot in the past, that grab this. A really good hack for sci-fi is there we go. Is this, right? Like, you just do that. And then all of a sudden you scream sci-fi. Hey, look, that's so sci-fi. Right? So even if it is all just one color, it's going to look better because you have some sort of treatment around it. Also, refresher of our tip here, never use pure black or pure white unless you're being very intentional about like some sort of artificial man-made thing, because pure black and pure white do not appear in nature. So, you know, like throw it into like a really close to pure black, but still some of that blue, right? All of a sudden that's starting to look a lot better. See, Figma, you've been changing so many things around. Where's my rounded corners? Where are my corners? Figma. Oh, there they are. Okay. So, you know, you can even like round it out a little bit if you want. I wouldn't recommend too much. Anyways, lots of stuff to play with. Lots of stuff to play with. The sci-fi shape. Yes, that is 100% the sci-fi shape. You start looking at sci-fi things and you will notice those cut corners everywhere. All right, let's go. Ooh, one less attachment needed for synergy bonuses. Immediate buy. Holy cow. Shot speed increased by 50% for all guns. Now, since this is guns lowercase, there is a part of me that wonders, do Seekers count? Or is it only for uppercase guns? It's actually such a simple but good trick. Yeah, 100%. Like, you've kind of got it going here, right? On your cards. Now, it's all symmetrical, so you could offset it a little bit, but like you intuitively understood, like these diagonals bring in that sense of sci-fi. You're getting somewhere? Ooh. Manipulator multiplier increase. Okay. I don't know what the manipulator multiplier is, but I'm glad it's being increased. We don't have enough money to refresh and buy something, so we might as well just move on. Making the vocal audio sound much better? Oh, nice. Shaders would help you out there? Totally. Would be an electric feel for the shields at most, but even just a static pattern would help loads? Totally. Yeah. Hard agree. Yeah, you could just throw like some cellular noise shader or something over. Now, granted, you're not doing this in an engine. So I don't know how much like shaders you get to really toy around with. But a quick hack would be cellular noise generation over some of that stuff. And then you can have special transition effects. And this is all stuff that you get to do when you have more people on the team. Because you have more time to consider stuff like that. But like having special little like a little shock burst happen when your shield gets damaged or when your health gets damaged. You know, stuff like that. All right. Could go Tri-Shot. Oh, Tri-Shot and Volatile. Chance for high damage. I think we just go for more bullets, to be frank. Hey, Fuzzy Buzzy. Good to see you. How are you? Fuzzy Buzzy, I have to know. How did your femboy tool sell? And how is development going on your homeless person Mortal Kombat? How have things been going on? You know, feel free to tell me about your life. I want to hear about your life and everything too, but like I've been so deadly curious how this has all gone. I saw that review that you posted about how like someone bought this for me as a joke or something, and that was fantastic. I spent $400 on advertising and the game made $500. Hey! That's profit. That's profit. I've had to make my shaders myself, so it would probably have to be a simple shader for my own sake. Yeah, totally. That makes perfect sense. I tried working on a team after Scholar. I learned I worked best by myself. Fair. Very fair. I've got some fire rate going, by the way. I can understand if most devs feel that way. Yeah, there's something about having complete creative control and no accountability. Being able to just, like, do what you want to do when you want to do it. Clear screen of enemy projectiles when enemy is killed. That can't be what I think it is, right? Get rid of every projectile when an enemy is killed? That can't be what that is. I have to be misinterpreting that, right? Jeez, okay, it is exactly what it sounded like. Wow, okay. Great. Holy crap. Okay, there's a lot going on the screen. I cannot focus on chat, period. Oh, gosh. Okay, go Seekers. Wow, the fire rate. Okay. Seems good. Great. Seems really, really good. For me, I can kind of get obsessed over an idea, and it was hard to find teammates who cared as much as I did. Yeah, absolutely. Especially if they're not getting, like, controlling stake or you know, percentage of profits. Really hard for someone to care as much about your idea, especially when they're not being rewarded as much as you are, right? After I finish this fighting game, I'm going to go back to tutorial hell and level up so I can improve my games. Good for you, Fuzzy Buzzy. Clean Slate is honestly too OP, I think. We'll probably nerf that. It seems really good. You know, I could be a man possessed. Yeah, the scope of that is outrageous. I'm sure there's still systems that I haven't discovered in that game. It is legendary. It is legendary. I've got 2 legendaries here. I'm a legendary individual. Oh, we can go into repair. Fires an enemy-seeking dart that heals and deals more damage per parasite. Oh, man. That seems like a good idea. And we get that repair synergy because we have the 1 less attachment needed. Wow, that's really strong. If we find the relic that's like plus damage per synergy you have, I think that's going to be an instant pickup. I'm not totally sure why my fire rate is going as off the wall as it is right now. Like, I know we have a couple of synergy bonuses and stuff, but they should only be applying to things of the same type. At least the Seeker definitely should, right? Like, it specifically says Seekers. Jeez. Oh, God. Oh, no. Really? Oh, brutal. Wow, I can't believe I died there. I think I just didn't have enough damage. That was brutal. I was feeling so good about that run, too. Someday we'll get to the end here and unlock these other ships. Man, this is getting tough. Void Crystal 6, plus 15% enemy bullet speed. I'm feeling it. Oh, okay. Well, I think that's going to be it for me tonight. This has been such a blast. Thank you all of you for joining me and hanging out. What a great time this has been. Nick, thank you for coming in and providing commentary and insights while we were exploring the game. I really appreciate that. Good to see you, Fuzzy, Endo, Maripon, Nicholson, Queen Anne, Blades. Let's see, who else was all chatting in here? Cryptic. Absolutely. Things are... Oh, Ameripon, I totally missed your chat. Busy. Ameripon V3 is on the way in a couple months. What? Ameripon, if you're still here, incredible. Congratulations. I can't believe I missed that. I'm so sorry. That is incredible news. Congratulations. Molluskio, good to see you again. Bear Like Lion as well. My heavens. K Hadao? So good to see you as well. Sundown, Captain Krabs. Man. So great. So great to see you all here. Thank you for hanging out. It's been such a great time. And thank you for sharing knowledge and contributing for all of us to level up together as a community about how do we continue to make the most complicated art form in the world that mankind has ever devised and making it a compelling experience for people. Thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you especially to Nick for providing Star Knight for us to take a look at and learn from. We're going to go ahead and raid into a good buddy of ours, Risky Biscuit Games, who I never get to hang out with anymore because of my work schedule. He is making an educational horror game. You did hear that correctly, an educational horror game, which is based around teaching people Morse code, where the monster and the doors and everything all interact with Morse code. Excuse me. So we're going to go hang out with Risky Biscuit. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. What a wonderful time this has been. And we will catch you hopefully on Saturday. If not, definitely next Tuesday. Talk to you later.